that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're not scared of the dark because you're scared of the dark. You're scared of the dark because something probably happened in your childhood at one point, or someone has been telling you, you know, this is what it is, this is what it is.
There's always reason behind something.
Well, 100%.
Like why something happened, do you know what I mean? That's why I believe in reason. So
but at the same time though, like, as much as there's reason behind something, people are quick to find the reason why they're not doing something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's reason behind everything, but at the same time we comfort ourselves.
But then but then that's just the wrong way of looking at reason. That you should be looking at the reason why you can do something.
Man, people, you know what we do? Words, like we said, words are really crazy. You know, like you have to watch out what you actually do say. You have to watch out how you speak and how you do stuff like that, because it does mess with your energy.
Yeah.
And it does, because you are, like, each and every one of us are influencers. You know what I mean? In one way or the other, you're gonna influence someone's life in a positive or a negative way, depending on the words that you use. Yeah, like.
It's crazy how easily something bad can turn and basically, you could own a company, you get pissed off at one employee and you show that pissed off emotion to one employee, and soon enough your company turns from a happy company to
because we live
a micromanaging company where you're just like, staff is just a member of staff.
Yeah, do you know why? Do you know why that happens? Because most people who are in like in a position of power, when something like that happens, with power comes a lot of ego. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And most people don't even know how to handle that. You have an argument with an employee or whatever, but you don't even have the balls to go back and apologize and show where you done wrong and how you know how come we are at this point. You know, we're at this point because you did not meet your target at this time. I'm sorry I shouted. I didn't mean to embarrass you in front of everyone or whatever.
Just don't do it.
Do you know what I mean? People
just don't do it. Do control yourself.
Eliminate that. Eliminate that situation completely.
People go and say, I can't control myself. Like, yes, you can.
How can you say you can't control yourself?
I did it when I got fucking arrested. Do you know what I mean? I fucking got angry. I should have never got angry.
It's your fault.
My fault
completely. Most people don't put their hands up, man. Nah. You know what? I'm on every time I do. I'm quick enough, like, cause I'm always not shouting, but I always want more. Do you know what I mean? I always want to do more. I want to do more than I know what I'm capable of. But obviously, the situation, you know, will always determine how far you go with your comfortability or whatever, or your progression. But if I do something wrong, I'll put my hands up, because otherwise.
The thing is, people look too much at other people. Like, they try to blame other people.
Yeah, but you can't put blame on
any situation you're in. Yeah, look at yourself.
Straight away, Michael Jackson did say that start with the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know, like these words that have been being said.
And they're exactly the same things. Like, and it's like I notice this because I've read quite a lot. A lot of books saying the same shit.
Everyone is saying
reworded,
man. Like, people are saying the same things over and over and over again.
Yeah. I find that's the entire self-help industry.
Yeah.
Everyone's just saying the same thing but translated in different ways. Yeah. New ideas, but new takes on the same topic.
New takes on the same topic, man. But what they're not showing people, what they're not, you know, they gotta communicate. It has to come from the horse's mouth.
That's you know what we were saying earlier on about frequencies and it relates to a lot of what we talked about tonight. The unspoken energy that you have. So say, for example, you say, is everything okay? And you say, I'm alright. But really, you can sense their energy.
Sense it, mate.
You know that they're down, or you know that they're really happy. They could say, I'm sad, but you can see that they're happy because they're smiling there. And they've got open body language. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what did Beanie Single say? Beanie Single say?
I can feel it in the air.
Yeah, he's like,
you know what I'm saying? My spidey senses.
75% communication non-verbal.
Exactly, mate. It's perfectly well said. Even the fact that he can feel in the air. Do you know how crazy your energy detection level, if that's even a thing, has to be to feel negative or positive energy in the air?
Do you know what? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? If your talent is to see that in people, that's a doctor. That's someone that you can feel people's energy. So
mate,
you don't just give anyone. If someone goes in there and says, I've had a bad day at work, I'm depressed, they'll give them loads of like really strong medication that fucks up their brain chemistry.
Yeah.
Rather than going to the
communicate,
cause.
Go straight to the main. Like, literally, what is the whole cause of the situation? What was it that not Benny Siegel said as well. What was it? Mindfuck. I lost it. But at the same time, though, going back to the whole situation of the frequency and the little stuff that happens in the background that you don't know about. Like, even there was a study that showed like fast frequency in music. Like, you listen to beat that's moving really, really quick.
Okay.
That actually makes you grow quicker. Like, even though, because there's different energies, so don't know. Like I'm saying, we are living now and we think time exists to a certain point, and you sound crazy when you say time doesn't exist. Atomic energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like how like what Bob Marley said. Now you know what I'm saying? Like, time does not exist. We put a clock on a wall and say we've got 12 hours in a day, and we follow the same pattern.
You know, that makes me think about like different tribes and cultures all around the world and things like that. Yeah, everyone's got their aspect of how
time is.
Basis down to your beliefs of how the religion and things like that.
Man, it's
like some people believe like it's the year 3050 or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's somewhere around the world where their concept of time is different. It's not 2018.
The concept of time is different to the majority of people, even animals. When I look at it into animals, look at a dragonfly.
Right.
You've seen the dragonfly fly, mate. It can stand still mid-air.
Yeah,
and
mate.
it can go down, up, sideways.
It's like a drone almost.
Yeah.
Straight away.
It's like,
that's a living. And
you think how fast drone propellers are going all at one time?
All at one time.
It's a really, really
a
intense
dragonfly.
feeling.
And now you wanna tell me what's a minute to a dragonfly?
Well, look at a tree. Like, think about their aspect of time. Very slow.
What's a minute to a tree?
Yeah, exactly.
What's a minute to a dragonfly?
A minute to a tree is like a month.
Do you know what I'm saying? If not more.
That's why I think we as humans, we rush. We try to rush things, right? But in actual fact, by rushing, we slow.
But
like, we slow shit down by rushing because
you're chasing.
Because we're always trying to be too far ahead, and then we end up falling like 10 steps backwards. So we go forward 2 steps, but then because we're rushing, we don't do things properly, and which then puts us 10 steps back.
Yeah.
And I've found out within my life, I've rushed so much shit.
Oh man, tell me about it.
Actual fact, do you know what's crazy? Seneca says it in one of the books in Stoicism, because he's basically, his book is about writing letters to a friend to help him out.
Yeah.
Right? And that's like
Does
the
he get
structure of the
responses?
book. No, but in the book you don't see the responses. It's just
oh man, that's
writing.
Awesome. So you just see that
his letters to
the outbox,
Lucius.
the sent. You see the sent folder.
Yeah. So it's all his letters to Lucius. Yeah, but because he's like a Stoic from years ago, right? He's like one of the big 3 Stoics, but he is like says to this guy Lucius, he's like, if you've got all the books, it's something like, if you've got all the books in your at your, it's basically what he's saying is that you don't need a library of books, you just need a select few. And you need to reread them throughout your whole entire fucking life, because everything in those books, which are the best books, which you chose and resonate with, is everything you're ever going to need in life.
Man.
The fact that you go and read another book is only distracting you from
applying the strategy
from the last book.
Yeah.
So these guys that are out there that are saying, oh yeah, I read like fucking hundreds of books a year, they're either built that way to do that, which I am not, and I realise I'm not.
And a lot of people are not either.
Yeah. We're not really. Who the fuck do you know that reads the same book over and over again?
Man, to be honest, I do.
Yeah, but have you reread a book like 100 times?
Not 100 times at all. But what I find, because what I do is I read the book, then I go back again, I get like a highlighter, and I highlight the words that I want to use.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That.
Yeah, I want these words that I find interesting, that I want to, I've got like multiple colour.
You can skim read it next time, taking the
what I needed
taking the valid points from it.
So I pick words, I pick and choose words that I've never had before that I want to use, then I take those words and teach it to the kids. You know what I'm saying? I get those words, and when I'm having a conversation and it clicks in the back of my head, and I'm having a conversation with my daughter or my son, I'll be like, try use this word. And you go over the word over and over again so they can,
Do you know what else is good about that as well? if you just take key words, so you're straight to the point.
Yeah.
You say exactly like say for so what I do sometimes is I highlight a word from each sentence, right? So then you're breaking it down to just minimal words with more effect.
Yeah.
That's a good way to teach as well, because rather than teaching someone 7 words, it's key points, like caveman speak almost.
Yeah, it
you know
gets
what I'm
straight to the point.
Yeah.
Like as you said, key points.
But so yeah, that's a good way. That's because that's what I do. This is weird, but I relate to this. But this is what I do at work to learn new systems.
Yeah.
Say for example, it's computer based. I write down the step-by-step guide on how to do that, perform that task.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I know how to do it, but I just need to know the structure of to do it correctly. And then after a while, I haven't got the time to read the whole sentence.
Yeah.
So I just put keywords, and I go bang, bang,
Going
bang,
back to
bang.
what Dad said about, like, we talk about emotions at one point, like, oh, if your boss is not happy or you get, you know what I mean? Like, when you get shouted at, or when someone comes at you and is angry about something, especially in the workplace, you know what I'm saying? Don't react.
No, because it's
damages your character.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's actually harder to get angry at someone than
If they don't react,
than it is to not react to something. But we're like conditioned in a way to react to people, when really it actually takes more effort to get angry at someone than it does.
The energy behind it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The energy behind it is like
tiring.
Yeah, it's not even tiring, man. Like, you get rage. You know, like, rage is in everything. As soon as you feel like you are put in a corner, and everyone is gaining up against you, you're gonna put your back up straight, and you're gonna back. You know what I mean? You're hold back. You're like, fuck, I need to protect myself here. But no, you don't. You can sit there and analyze the situation. Why is this guy shouting? Why is the boss shouting? What you must have done.
When you throw it back at them and you think, right, why is it that they're in this position where they want to belittle someone, or they want to try? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you flip it back almost. Yeah, because if you start thinking, oh, the eyes of judgment are looking at me.
Yeah. It's
I
almost
flip it
like
back and say, well, why are you in that mentality of?
It's almost like you're reacting in a way that they're like you know that guy in the town the other day, that when we were in that high bar and he was like trying to push in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, somebody like that, who's trying to basically, he's like bigger, taller. Do you know what I mean? He was fucked.
He was really muscular drunk as well, so you knew that he was disciplined and whatever it is.
Yeah, so he was trying to be all like bullshit. Now, if you were like someone like Rabbit and he gets angry with that, you're almost acting as if you're like your life is threatened.
Yeah.
By getting angry, like, to get so pissed off at somebody shouting at you is almost like, mate,
it's
not like your life is gonna end.
In 2 seconds, it's gonna end.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna pretend like like it's something so dangerous, it's unreal that you have to do something.
You're more likely putting your life at risk by reacting like that.
Don't react.
The thing is, at the end of the day, yes, okay, that guy trying to push in at a bar, but if it's not like if it came down to it where he was like, put me in a situation where it was life or death, of course then your body and your instincts will protect you.
But at the same time,
through fighting, but
why bring that upon yourself? That's got to be one of the last resort.
That's the last resort, and then that way you don't
people are quick to jump in.
You don't need to be trained. You don't need.
There's two things you can take
because your body will fucking help you.
Yeah, there's 2 things to take from that. I think the first thing is that when you go to a bar where people are drinking, it's not their truest self.
No.
Yeah.
That's alcohol version of them, so they don't mean it. They're slurring their words. They don't really know. It gives them a false sense of confidence. But also, sorry, like 1 second.
Of course.
One thing as well is you can, if you get into a fight, if you hit that person and they had too much to drink, they could fall back and hit their head.
Yeah.
You could kill them because they've got no balance because of the alcohol. And then you're going to jail the rest of your life.
For what?
You know what I'm saying?
I was proud of myself for that, because after he did that, I was like, because he literally looked at me and was like, because I was literally like that, like looking down at his arm, because his arm was like trying to push in. He was like, "You right?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." And then I said to him, I was like, "Oh, bloody, it takes ages to get a drink in here, doesn't it?" It's Rob's phone, I think. I was like, it takes bloody ages to get drinking here, doesn't it?
As well, though, like,
and so like you're taking the conversation away from the aggressiveness
man,
to having a friendly chat.
that's what I do best.
And it's like if somebody's started on you in town, like, or somebody's trying to be aggressive, be like, like, mate, what's it like in here tonight?
You just switch it up.
Yeah, switch it right up.
You flip it. That's called flipping it.
Yeah,
because it's like you got it's negative, flip it.
You're not affected by their because they're not. Nobody. You know what it is? Nobody in their head actually wants to act like that. It's just there, and it's like nobody actually wants to hurt you because I don't go around like.
You have to be some sort of an animal.
Yeah, but nobody is.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to be.
Even serial killers aren't.
I wouldn't. What do you call it? I wouldn't. Even back up serial killers.
Yeah, but serial killers, even though they're like fucking mental and there's something wrong with them, and there's always a way for them not to kill.
That is a way. That's one thing. Well, when you have a conversation, every time we have a conversation about mental health and stuff like that, that is when you have mental health. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I can't say anything. Then I don't feel I can relate and say, man, no, what are you on about? You kill people though, but you know.
It needs to have a different. It needs to have different names.
It has to be. It has to.
You can't put them all in the same category. You can't. There's different levels.
100%, man. It's bullshit that all in the same category. But if someone breaks down in front of me and starts crying and blah blah blah, it's not. And they say I've got mental. It's like, no, you don't know how to express yourself. You're overwhelmed with the feelings that are going through your body right now. Or you know what I'm saying?
The experience they have in their projection of their own reality.
It's exactly, and you're not projecting it right. Obviously, I'm not a doctor or some sort of, a sick or
But this is what annoys me though. People think that because they went to university and studied and had that degree in it, they think that they're entitled to that opinion.
Nah, mate.
But like we said earlier on about how a real doctor is someone that can read your body language and see, okay, he's like, I don't know, they can see your body language, they feel you, rather than having to nail a test.
Do you know what?
That's what I say. Yeah. Somebody that says they've got depression has depression because if they're saying it, that's how they feel. Whether that's the truth, whether that's the truth, that's how they feel. And now, if you say to a kid, like a young kid nowadays, like somebody that's like in their like teens, and you say to them, and they go to the doctors, and the doctor's like, from on a scale from 1 to 10, like how sad do you feel? They say 8. Now an 8 to sadness is basically like you can't even smile. So if you can get a smile out of somebody that's saying that they're an 8 in depression, then they're not an 8 in depression because they're at least they're smiling.
But they're able to express themselves.
If they're saying they're an 8, they're a fucking 8 because that's how they feel.
Yeah.
Right. But we know from the outside that they're not an 8. So then the challenge is, how do you get that person to change how they feel from an 8 and bring it down to a 6? Or bring it down lower or whatever, just to like improve on their situation.
Communication.
And it is communication.
Communication.
And that's accepting what they say and like them feeling that you believe what they're saying, because a lot of people with depression,
no one believes them.
They don't believe them.
Yeah, no one believes them.
Because we don't. Because we know it's not true.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that we are disagreeing with them. They feel threatened.
Yeah.
Well, how can you not believe what I'm saying?
Because it comes down to identification. Like you said earlier.
You identify with something. As soon as you identify with something and someone trying to take your identity, because that's what humans are. Humans are not built to
nowadays,
be by themselves.
Man, where we're so focused online and stuff, you put yourself in a tribe.
Yeah,
it's a much greater scale now, but that's what
we've got a tribal mentality. That's why we want to be.
What you identify with, what your badge is.
That's why man, I'm good, I'm depressed, this is what I am. Oh, I'm good, I've got this is what I am,
Well, people need to differentiate situational depression to long-term depression. Like, just because you had a tough day at work, that's not depression.
No.
That's just you having a tough day at work. But tomorrow's going to be good, it's going to be the right time.
Oh, maybe.
But when you're at a time when we talked about suicide earlier on, and like, I've never been in that mentality, thank God, obviously.
Yeah.
But to imagine not being able to know that tomorrow's going to be a good day, like, some people are going out there at the moment thinking that's it. They've run out of options, and it's like that's crazy. Man.
Everyone, they go through like thoughts like of suicide. Do you know what I mean? Like not like, oh, I'm gonna commit suicide. Everyone's like, oh, my life is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might as well be dead. Then boom, a thought comes in. Why you shouldn't be like that? Depending on your mental, I'm not gonna say depending on your mental strength. Just knowing information. You know what I'm saying? The more you learn, the more you understand the situation around you. You gotta, the mind is crazy, man. You get to a point where you think you're in a bubble, yeah? It's because you're not giving your brain enough information to expand. Your brain needs a few information, even daily, some new information to expand.
New gateways, man. New neurons being created. New pathways.
New pathways, man.
Do you know what? Have you ever heard the not expression, it's a theory, but I don't know if it's been backed up or anything. It's very loose facts in terms of numbers, but it's something like this. Apparently, you have like 30,000 thoughts per second, right? But you decide which thoughts you pull and bring the narrative. So, like, say for example,
crazy.
So at every given moment, it's blasting with information, like you're saying, like you're hyper aware of everything around you. But like you say, because of the reticulation part of the brain wants to seek pieces of your existence. Like if you associate with someone that's broke, you say, oh, I don't have a lot of money. And you play the character where you don't have a lot of money, so naturally you manifest things around you.
Thank you.
To not generate money for you.
100%.
You've unconsciously dictated that.
You made that. You took that path. Do you know what I
mean? You're choosing to manage
Do you know the worst? Do you know the worst thing is about that as well? It's not when it comes to making a choice. There's a lot of factors that are involved. Even though we make choices in a space of like, let's say 10 seconds or less. Everything that is involved when that choice is made. Your surroundings, how you feel, how you think, what you didn't do that you wanted to do. That's what's lingering behind your mind. Do you know what I'm saying? All of them, even though you're not thinking once, they've got something. They are influencing the decision that you make. You didn't do your press ups like you said yesterday. You already automatically think you're a failure. With failure, the emotions that comes with it, the sadness, the self-pity.
Imagine if that lasted for a long period of time and you never done anything to change it as well.
There's other emotions that comes in. With the self-pity, after the self-pity, you're like, no one loves me. Do you know what I mean? Everything else just keeps piling up and piling up and piling up, and you are stuck in a situation where it is so easy to get out of. But people get stuck in it. You can switch up that fucking momentum just like that. You just gotta switch up and do exactly what the opposite.
Something recently that I've been thinking about a lot, and it's like when you have like a because we were talking about it earlier to do with like patterns and stuff.
Of course.
And you read something and then you're like, yeah, that's right. That's so true. That's the truth.
The
and
truth.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
And then you're like, then that becomes part of who you are, and then that becomes part of your philosophy, and then anything else that you then obtain comes from that seed. So
it
like how I was saying, from that
Yeah.
seed. But at the same time, that's where you've got to be careful.
Why not?
Because if that one seed isn't the truth and you believe it to be the truth,
and you spend years
developing on that one seed, that then becomes your train of thought, and then one day something can happen in your life,
bad fruit, mate,
and something else will come along and you'll be like, wait, that makes more sense. So you've just spent 7 years of your life training to be this, to work on this one thought. And then that's when you get, like, like how, like, I don't know, I always have this, like, argument with my mum all the time, because I'm like, Mum, you think in such, like, a conditioned way, like, you've always thought about it in that way, and you won't change the way you think. But she's obviously, at some point in her life, she's, like, found something that she thought was the truth, and she's held that within, and then everything else around it is developed around that one thought. And that's what we do. We got to be careful of that, how we like, the way I think about it now is like, and this is another thing that you got to be careful with, is because now I'm thinking, I'm thinking like this.
Yeah.
Or this is now my train of
That's
thought.
But it's the fact that you are aware of
But really, I don't know fuck all.
100%, mate.
I don't know nothing.
That's how you know more.
I don't actually know anything because
when you become humble like that.
And it's like I cannot judge anyone for the way they like. It's like with politics. I just think, deep down, I think if you're gonna get involved with politics, then you're gonna get involved with a lot of shit that can push a lot of shit that shouldn't be happening.
It comes with a lot of a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it does.
Your way of thinking, your way of thinking comes with a lot of.
It's like some people are killed because of what they believe in policies,
the way you think,
and their policies are good intentions, but then they've
influence.
They've been so influenced by it that they've then done bad things, and it's because that's what you got to be careful with. It's like, okay, I really like Stoicism, but it's not the truth. It's just something.
Like Kanye West said, mate, you don't have the truth, Sway. You don't know the truth, Sway. Have you seen that interview? Kanye West is nuts, man.
But that's the thing.
Yeah. Now,
it's like even his way of thinking that you don't know the truth is identifying yourself. That's why, and I've noticed this once. It was when us three were walking home. And I was getting high, and I almost Rob was recording it. Do you remember once?
No.
Walking back from Calmore, and you recorded it, and me and you were talking. And got so deep, and I literally thought myself out of existence. I remember say it talking because we were all high.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no point to nothing. Like it almost sounded depressing, but it wasn't.
No, but you know what it is?
It's minimalisation.
You explore new grounds, new ideas.
Yeah.
And you get to the point, dude. Yeah. Where it's not you talking anymore. You're channeling.
Yeah.
The muse is
you've never connected the dots the way that when you go into a flow state of talking, you explore new ground.
Yeah.
You take in new information every day. You learn that subject a little bit more. The conversation expands. That's why it's important to.
I can't express my how I feel in words. I just can't.
Do you know how I do it?
There just isn't words for what I'm trying to say in life.
What I do is I listen to other people.
I just feel. That's the thing.
You gotta, you know what.
And I'm not saying I'm right because I'm not right, because there's something else that could challenge it and easily match it.
That's why you listen to other people's stories. Because if you know your own story, there's no point going banging on about it. There's nothing worse when people start banging on about stuff. You know what I'm saying? You banging on about it. You banging on about it. You know what I mean?
I've been guilty of it.
Mate, I've been guilty of it as well. But you gotta learn, don't you?
You do. You go on about something you believe in. You bang on about.
You're gonna learn today.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking about, you're gonna learn today.
But you learn from doing that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's definitely a lesson in itself, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a lesson in itself.
Like what we say now. In 10 years' time, we'll be like, what the fuck were we talking about?
Yeah, because there'll be new experiences.
You know what?
Like
you know
make
what?
you though.
That's why, I find.
Let me tell you something, man, about what you just said then.
Yeah.
Before you go into anywhere else of this conversation, because I need to bring it up.
Because I know that, true.
No, this is legit stuff, man. They're the first generation to experience it. So now we're part of the generation where everything's being recorded, and you will live forever.
Yeah.
This is what they talk about in this Gary Vaynerchuk book I'm reading, right?
Okay.
Or listening to. So I've got the Audible version.
Yeah.
And he talks about how you should be recording those conversations because you're going to live forever now. Because we have the internet.
Yeah.
You can go on YouTube, and you're forever going to be in it. So when you're
dead, recording?
Yeah, we're live right now on the bemorealien. This is what we're doing now. This is going to turn into the thing we talk about all the time.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I've been on live now for about half an hour. Yeah. No, I don't think anyone's came into it. Right? But it's the fact that I can save it. If we're all happy with what we talked about, no one said no one said anything offensive or
incriminating,
or personal.
Yeah, of course.
But I just think the fact that, because do you know why he said? He goes, you straight away think, oh, my future kids or my grandkids are gonna watch it and stuff. But no, really, do you know who's gonna watch it? You when you're 60.
Yeah.
You're gonna be your own biggest fan when that was amazing back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like. We always like to think straight away like, oh, it's going to be for... Yeah, exactly.
You got to document
the journey. Exactly.
You got
to document in our bio for bemorealien, it says document the journey. We ain't documenting shit.
Yeah, exactly. But now fair play for...
So what we do is we go, it's subtle, Like, do you know what I thought tonight? Yeah? Do you know, like fair play for you for managing it tonight, because when you were looking at the screen, that's when I get nervous, because I see people, I see how many people were watching, I see who's commenting.
This is not
we
normal
hardly
to
got
us.
any views.
But at the moment,
it didn't matter because it was just.
This is not normal to us, man. Like people, it's good that people get to see that. We talk about shit like this every day.
Exactly, but it's going into dead air.
And there's like,
Imagine, like, for example, let's say for example the Joe Rogan show, because it's one thing that I've listened to consistently for about 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
Even when Joe Rogan's been and gone, he's got like 1,000 something episodes.
Yeah.
Each one's like 3.5, about 3 hours average. Yeah. All that content, all that his experience, like, and you see a development of what it is. Like, say for example, he has like Graham Hancock on the show for the 4th time. You know what they're going to talk about, but because it's been like 6 months since, it's new understanding of the same subject. Yeah, exactly, growth.
Yeah, you gotta have friction. You gotta add friction to you know.
And another thing they said in that thing as well is he said about how you're leaving a legacy of how you predicted the future. So, say for example, this is talking about manifestation.
I'm a big believer.
Like Gary Vee does, he predicts the future, what's going to be big, and he says, look, even if you don't do anything with it, just the fact that you made that prediction that in 2020 weed was going to be legalized.
Yeah.
In 2020 when weed's legalized, you can now release that video and it goes viral because you were the one that in 2018 you spoke it into existence.
100%, man.
Spoke it into existence.
You gotta take imagination seriously.
People go crazy over the Simpsons predicting things in their things, but it's like when you're creative, you're gonna get and you're relating
and that much content
things,
because look how much episodes
content. You're gonna get some things right.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like there's like a website that predicts things, right? And it's like they're bound to get something right because they've fucking predicted like 100 billion things. It's like you're gonna get something right.
Yeah. Well,
do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean you're some fucking genius.
Yeah.
It's just that's what you're doing.
You're
just basically creating situations based on reality, on what you see and what's happening now and the possibilities of the future.
Your mind is constantly calculating the best scenario that can happen to you. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
So when you're sitting there, it's like, if you know,
it's like they do their research. You know what I mean? Like it's like how they predicted Trump being president.
To be honest,
when they were creating that, they obviously knew that he was into politics.
Yeah.
Trump's been a billionaire since his life. And obviously he's born in 12, but it's been like for 30 years or 50 years or something.
They know that he was like, they didn't predict it. They just fucking were laughing about it.
That's something that could happen.
Because they know his character.
Yeah.
They know his character was always that.
The go-getter.
Yeah. And they know that it was like people like. He's a very verbal. Do you know what I mean? It's quite an easy thing to put together. Just the rest of the world are blind to it.
Yeah.
But when you're looking into something, for something, you're gonna see something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to, man. It's all imagination. Yeah, imagination takes you to a new, different world, man. If you live your life without imagining stuff,
do you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking done with politics, mate. I don't.
Yeah, it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel bad.
I
just don't give a fuck about it, mate. I don't care if we're in or out of the EU. I don't care because it makes no fucking difference.
Nah.
It doesn't.
100%.
Yeah, okay. It makes small differences here and there. Like, okay, yeah, you might be, but. You're all in the same pool and the money's all got to go somewhere. Your life ain't going to change because of a politic. You change your life, not anyone else.
100%. And the circumstances that you surround yourself with and the people that you surround yourself with are going to add to that change, you know?
Yeah.
And only you are responsible for who you hang around with and who influences you. And only you are responsible for your own emotions. It's nothing worse than like, he made me feel this way.
Yeah.
What are you on about? He made you feel this way. He made me cry. Or she made me cry. Yeah. She made me upset. No one is making you do nothing unless you let them.
When I look at things and I think, mate, I'm happy with my small group of friends that I've got. The only thing I ever wish for more is that I did more things.
Well, the thing is, the quicker.
Do you know what I mean? Like day to day things, like we were talking about that rock climbing.
Yeah.
Like,
you got activities,
things,
mate.
Like I just want to do.
Do you know what? Like, we need to like act upon what tells you what you need to do. You need to act upon it. Otherwise, it comes to the point where you can't do rock climbing because you're fucking 50 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But you're not able
it's
to
a
do it
bit of
anymore,
fun,
man.
mate.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But that's the thing, is small things that I want to do. Like, it's like when we go to London, I enjoy going to London. Like, why are we not going to London more?
Mate, that's
Do you
what
know
I'm
what I mean?
saying. We need to go back, mate.
Like, I know financially it's fucking expensive every time we go, but
we can make it as cheap as you want.
yeah, you can do what you want to do if you want to.
You haven't got to spend money.
You don't have to spend
you
money.
can just rock like, yes, you've got to have to spend petrol
drinks.
to go there and stuff.
Yeah, but that's
but even that,
really
though,
lot, is
if
it?
you really thought about it, yes, you'd need money to get to London for petrol or train ticket or bus, whatever, how you get to London. But once you're there, you don't need to. As long as you've got water, you don't need to have anything.
Mate, you don't have to have nothing.
Nah.
It's simple.
You just show up.
Do you know what? There's this chick I've been watching on.
You don't need a lot of money for a lot
on
of things,
YouTube
really.
recently. She's again, she literally says whatever the hell she wants to say. Yeah, she stopped drinking recently because have you not noticed, like, every time you go out, drink has to be involved for someone to have a good time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Automatically,
It's become part of culture.
a
culture, man.
We are constantly going out, and only way to have fun is if we drink.
But sometimes the best nights aren't like that. Like when we went out and we didn't drink the other night, that was fucking. That was.
Do you know what I'm saying? You don't
I
have
enjoyed
to.
myself.
Nah.
But then I did enjoy myself when we went out.
Of course,
and we got fucking smashed.
Because
So
I
it's
think
like
because
you
you celebrate, you don't have to go out and drink, get bladders. I think you go out and get drunk when you're celebrating.
Yeah, man.
But that shouldn't be a weekend thing. You get steaming every weekend.
But it's like tonight. This is enjoyable. Like I literally be like, in a few days' time, I'll be like, oh, that was a good night.
Do you know the best thing is?
Do you know what I mean?
You wake up tomorrow, no regrets.
Nah. It's
Yeah.
good.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't feel like shit.
Don't feel like shit.
No regrets.
Yeah, my only regret is this.
Alright, the cinnamon bun.
But how much money do you spend as well?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Nothing, mate.
I know in the
Exactly.
greater scheme of things you think are electric and things like that, but let's
And
think about it, man.
Man, do you know what?
Exactly, but think about like 80 quid in town or something.
Yeah, but this
Those
is
are the
the
last-
cheapest
That's what
way
you
of...
think about.
Yeah, that's the last thing electricity and water and stuff like that. They are, you know what? Look, obviously, I understand like stuff is like expensive and blah,
Yeah, but
blah, blah.
this whole night, is like less than a pint.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
You break
yeah.
it down to that. Yes, there's money involved, but it's not great money involved.
But come on, man. The lights have to stay on.
Exactly.
Do what you're
It's
on
very
about.
essential.
What are you talking about?
The lights are going to be on
The
regardless.
lights have to stay on, mate. The lights have to stay on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we know there's people out there who complain about stuff like that.
Mm.
Oh no, switch the light off in the thingy. Oh no. Watch if the heating. No, you can't put. Have you ever been in someone's house and you can't put the heating on?
Do you know what, dude? Yeah. That's
what the
really
hell is that
strange.
all about, man? Like,
Do you know what we should start doing? Yeah, this is a real thing, and this is actually a proven method to change up everything. Use candlelight rather than electric lights.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just get loads of them. Don't obviously do it when you're alone. If you fall asleep in there, you got those candles going, and make sure they're properly secure. If you know, like the ones I'm talking about, the ones that are like 5 years worth of candle work, they're like this.
Yeah.
Have
you seen
Like church ones?
Yeah. To be honest, you have to get like proper. Because back in the day,
They heat the house as well.
Yeah, back in the day, those type of candles they used to have like paraffin.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They have paraffin. They have a little cloth.
You poison yourself.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So you have to watch out. As much as it's like natural light, watch out what type of candles you use and stuff like that. Because that there is, you know, it lingers in the air. You go to sleep and you've been burning paraffin all the way through the house. It does something to you.
Yeah.
Without you knowing, regardless.
To be fair, tonight, I reckon we've probably, in total, we spent like £5.
Man.
So like coffee, the coffee we use, the honey we use, the rolls, the electricity, the diesel to get here,
Do you know
the vape that I've smoked,
A little bit of weed smoke.
a little bit of weed that smoked.
Weed is free,
It's about £5-6.
But if you were paying for it though as well.
Yeah.
You've
break it
used the
down.
light. You've used a bit of your lighter, gas.
You know the thing
Do
is.
you know what I mean? It's just
Well,
only small bits, but
yeah.
like it's probably less than a fiver, mate.
I don't do that. I had a conversation with my mom the other day. She was like, cause mums or parents always worry. Do you know what I mean? They want to know what's going on, what's that. Even the questions people or your loved one ask, they can come across as like, why are you asking me? Why are you asking me? This just let me do my thing. But people get worried and and they wanna know more.
Yeah.
I said I can't do negativity. I had to like, this was the first time I like proper said it, not without, obviously we don't argue whatever, like not arguing or whatever, not yeah. I can't take negativity, anything negative, in the smallest way. I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
No, it needs to stop right now. As we're talking now, this is negative. I don't want to hear it. Can we change the conversation? Anything negative, I don't want in or around me.
I know. It's a good way to be. You don't want to mask. Sometimes you don't want to mask it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that though, because you can't escape it.
Oh mate.
It's all about how you do it. It's not about how you arise to it.
It's like I'll go to work and I'll be around people complaining.
Then you don't react.
No, but I can't escape that.
It's happening, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So there's always going to be some form of negativity.
Oh no, but the reason I mentioned when I said my parent, is because that's someone that's around you all the time. So like even with you guys, we all know we don't want any negative stuff around us. Do you know what I mean? Because we are constantly around us all the
so we don't bring it.
So next time they know none of this negativity. You know we don't bring negativity because we understand how it affects other people. It's not just you that's getting affected. So you gotta tell it to the people that are around you as well, especially your parents or any loved one, like how you feel about negative behavior or patterns. You know what I mean? You gotta make it known. Otherwise, you keep it quiet and people are coming with some negative comments, but even you can't take it properly. But because you didn't tell them, they don't even know it's affecting you negatively.
Yeah, I know.
So I gotta let everyone around me know, look, I can't deal with negative. It makes me feel a certain type of way. I don't want to be sitting there dwelling because, when you get negative thoughts, some people, like, the way I think or the way I take in actions or whatever around my environment, I overthink stuff. And my mind is constantly, it will figure out how to come out at the top. Do you know what I mean? So I will never be in a situation where I know I'm gonna lose. I'm always have to come out at the top. So, but if you are surrounded by negative stuff, so you're gonna act aggressively, or you're gonna react negatively. Do you know what I mean? If you react negatively, let's say someone hurts you in a certain type of way. Now to react, you're gonna react negatively, and the way my mind is wired, I need to come on top. It will come up with some crazy scenarios where it ends up like you're doing something that's just like it's not good. Do you know what I mean? You wanna win at all costs because of that negative, and you wanna win at all costs without using positive energy. They'll be different. Do you know what I mean? So if you've got positive energy and pushing it towards you're winning. Because you will never fail, no matter what you do. You can be a liar, a killer, or this, or that. Do you know what I mean? But that means your brain won't do stuff to make you fail. So even if you are acting in a negative way, your brain is gonna make sure you act a negative way and still win. Find the best of that situation negatively, because that's the situation you're held up with, no matter what. So you wanna stay away from those type of negative stuff, because it will happen regardless. You'll never, if you're in like a dog is chasing you, because you done something to it, but the dog is back because you done something to it. You're not gonna sit there and let the dog bite you.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You're gonna wanna or you're gonna react, and the way you're gonna react is gonna react to protect yourself, and so you come up stronger on the other side. How horrible is it if you're surrounded by negative thoughts and the only reaction you're gonna get is to come up on top negatively? You're gonna be a negative winner. Do you know what I mean? I can't be a negative winner because my mind is set to be a winner. I wanna win in everything that I fucking do, but it will involve those type of negative stuff, and I cannot have negative stuff around me because I will still come up on top. Regardless, that's just how the mind is. So you eliminate it straight away. Do you know what I mean? Even if it means when you say I don't react, like people have bad days at work and stuff like that. People is like, how would you do it? People like. Everyone I've met, even everyone you guys have seen, they're like, oh, you're the most positive guy I know. Do you know what I mean? I've had so many people say, oh, you're so positive. You're so positive, because I put that in them. If I'm next to you, you bring positiveness. I'm so positive because I bring positiveness. I can be negative. Do you know what I mean?
Of course you can.
I can be negative, but I can't bring that into the table, and that's
it's pointless.
It's pointless because. It just ruins everything.
Again, you've chose to pull like the positive sides of life Rather, you know, I was saying that there's 30,000 thoughts happening at once.
Yeah.
And you only
I just choose.
You only operate from 4 of them.
Yeah.
So you need to choose your ones wisely, man.
Exactly, man. So
Don't focus on the bullshit. Focus on the possibilities.
Content in every little aspect, in every aspect of the situation, and I always find myself. I'm getting quick at it now. I'm in a bad situation, quick. It doesn't bother me like before. I don't dwell on things like I used to. Like if I do something, I either warn people before if I know I'm gonna do something drastic that I know people are not gonna take it or that might not be ready to to take it. I put my hands up because I know this year what I'm about to do might come across as negatively. Someone else might not understand it. Then I'll be like, this is what I'm gonna do, man. Don't worry about it. I'll still see you on the other side, though.
Do you know
it's
what?
Still happening. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what's crazy?
It.
Sometimes I'll be at work, and people will be like moaning about someone else, and you just go, yeah. But really, just because you like them, you should be like, mate,
stop it.
I don't care.
Yeah. You gotta be honest. You gotta be honest. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
Can you stop this, please, mate? Because I don't really want to sit here and talk about someone else behind that back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's affecting me negatively, and I don't want to be dwelling on this situation.
But that's the only way to stop it. Because if you start because I
if you entertain it, they come back again.
Yeah.
You entertain that bullshit, yeah? It's the same shit over again. But if you nip it in the butt straight away,
I'll tell you what. When I start my new job, I'm gonna be fucking brutal with
you have to be brutal, mate. You're like, no, mate, stop
you can't
it.
just switch all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's the card you've played.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
it has to be long term.
It has to be long term.
You can't just go in there raising shit up.
Raising shit up.
Because I'm going into a new like I'm in the same company, but I'm in a new role, so I'm surrounded by new people. So now is the opportunity for me
to come in strong.
Do you know what it is?
And when
the
somebody
war
starts,
against yourself.
Yeah. So when somebody
the character
starts,
you bring to the table.
So when somebody
gets
then
stronger
even if
time,
they're my manager, and they're going, oh fucking so and so, blah blah blah. Oh, I don't care, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't
because at the end of the day, I'm here to do the job.
Exactly.
Right?
That
I
would
want to
be
get that job done.
Mate, people like that go further in life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They might not like that, but they can't hate you for it.
No, why would you hate me for not wanting to entertain the idea of having a negative?
And you're just calling them out.
Yeah.
And you're making them realise that
what
they
are you doing? Yeah. So, mate, if you're gonna talk about someone like that when they're not here to me, what do you say about me when I'm not here?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna sit here and talk about James, yeah, well, you know what I mean? When James is there with you, what do you say about James to Thomas?
Yeah.
It's bullshit, man. And the quicker you nip it in the butt, then the best thing about like being brutal, you never have to mention it again.
Nah.
I love it, man.
It's
you
told him once.
You say it once, and if you say it properly,
done.
That's why it's important to be an effective communicator.
You have to communicate exactly what you need to say, perfectly. I experienced it like a week ago or something. Someone asked me a question, but he asked me a question about my kids, and the person did not respect me. You know what I mean? I knew that there's no mutual respect between me and this guy.
Yeah.
Don't come if me and you don't respect each other. Don't come to me and ask me about the things that are priceless to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those are my things. If you don't respect me, you don't respect them. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know something I noticed tonight? Yeah, I've only just noticed it, but you know, like how when you communicate with people, they say, oh, you should look at the person, and you should look at the person you're speaking to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've just discovered? It's actually a distraction to look at somebody while you're talking to them. Because you're looking like you can like have eye contact for too long, that gets like awkward.
Oh, mate, it's definitely.
You could be staring at their lips, which gets awkward. And you're overthinking. But if you're not looking at them, you can listen. You can also talk. You can occasionally look, but I don't think you need to look at somebody
in
to
the
communicate.
eye.
Yeah.
You know what? That's an old. I want to say myth.
Japanese people don't make eye contact. They consider it rude to stare at someone.
You're looking into someone's soul.
Yeah.
And as soon as you eye contact, it's like connected like that.
Yeah.
Like there's two souls looking at each other. Yeah. It goes in.
But I just find it distracting.
It is distracting because
I can look at you both when I'm speaking to you because I'm 100% comfortable with you lot. Yeah, but it's easier to listen to what you're saying and what you're saying. And when I'm looking over here, I'm looking over there.
Look how long we speak for. We speak for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. Yeah?
Man, you
can't sit there and stare at each other
for
like this.
4 hours.
So
you know everything about me back
when you're
then.
pondering, you don't make eye contact because you look for example you stare at the ceiling, man.
The best thing about
but people
having
think
a
you're
good
not paying attention.
Yeah,
but it's not. You're paying more attention because you're not being distracted by.
And you are thinking about the next answer. As you are listening, you're like, okay, I'm gonna let him finish, and I'm gonna respond to him.
But don't you think it's weird how in class? I think it comes from classes. When you're in school, you've got to sit at the desk, and you've got to face a teacher.
Man,
why?
The education system.
Yeah, why
is
they maybe
us.
turn all chairs around, face the other way.
It's an old school way of teaching. Everything involved
so
with education,
school, it's so beyond.
It's so ridiculous. Like,
but what can we do?
Talk it out.
Well, people have been trying to change it for ages, haven't they?
Yeah.
But nothing changes.
Nothing ever changes.
That's what I love about the best moment in your life is when you leave school and you start discovering things that you like and that you start paying attention to. It's like I hated reading when I was at school. I hated English. I hated like lessons.
Do you know what I think it is?
Now I love learning.
I
love learning.
We all live now. We create our own realities. We get exactly what we put in terms of like. When you're at school, you've got a formula you've got to stick to, and because you're under 18, you have like you're looked after. So once you get to 18, you're out of like education, whatever. You get to a point where you now create your own life and your own existence, and it's exactly how you want to do it.
Like now is the best time in life. Like
because it's been like what 10, 12 years now since you left school, yeah. But now you've got all that sort of you've got a very good contrast now of like a scheduled lifestyle in terms of school, which you didn't like doing but you've done anyway, and then you're the same amount of time that you've done work life now. So now you can compare the ways of existence. Take that into the next step, and it's all about how you upgrade every decade.
I know that there's people like our age, and they've got financially better, they're more successful in their roles, but I know myself better than them. They know themselves. I'm not saying all of them, but I just know that I've spent more time on myself,
looking inwards than you know what I'm saying?
than expressing my knowledge outwards.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, okay, financially, shit, yeah, I live at home. I could afford to rent, but I'd be struggling.
Yeah, it's
and I couldn't enjoy myself as much if I lived by. Well, I could enjoy myself. You could. You got different things. You got different things.
Yeah, this definitely.
But right now, man, I fucking love it right now.
That's good, man.
I feel like when I'm like 40, I'm gonna love it right then.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy to hear that. It's nice
when
to hear
I'm 60,
someone.
I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna love it right then.
Yeah. That's good to hear someone say they're happy with the way the life is going, especially in this day and age, and especially with the situations that's happening.
I don't feel like it all the time though.
Yeah, 100% you don't feel like it, but when you do feel like it,
when you're talking about it, and
you gotta express it.
And you're realising it, you think
you have to say it out loud. You have to say it out loud, mate. You have to say it out loud.
I fucking love it.
Life is really good.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I'm saying?
It is.
Life is really good.
Do you know why life's really good? Because then you realise that everything in life that is awesome is free.
Yeah, because what I've got, it's crazy and it's fucking deep, but this is the best. When you're with the people you love, that's the best bit.
Yeah, man. I respect the fact that we haven't changed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like we can go out and we're going to town and we're fucking. That's what they say. Like own the day, memento mori, which is like imagine if today was your last day, etc. and stuff. It's fucking incredible because. If today was your last day, you were told you had cancer, today was your last day, tomorrow was your day when you're gonna die, would I choose it to go out and fucking have a massive party, blah? No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, imagine that.
Deep down, no, you wouldn't choose to do that.
No. Go celebrate.
So if you live every single day like
It's your last day.
It's your last day. You choose to spend it with people you want to spend it with.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You choose to go to your friend's house and hang out with your friends. You choose to go to the forest with your family. You wouldn't choose to go and get fucked up in a club to hopefully pull some fucking ugly chick.
For one last night.
For a last night's stand. You wouldn't give a fuck about fucking.
Yeah. It's just that human need that just covers up the insecurities,
Yeah.
or even that.
But then
feeling
again,
of
you
being
can't be guilty of those things because
Oh,
at the end of the
man,
day, that's part of life.
That's what it is.
Having
man.
lustful sex is
Yeah,
also
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's all part of the human experience.
Exactly. But
That's
it's
what
not
it is,
about.
mate.
No, I'm not on about.
But
like,
no, but you said about. I went off what you said, but what you were saying was like fucking how every day doesn't have to be all about like. Sometimes the things that matter most in this life is when you're doing things like communicating. Like all us guys are interacting right now.
Yeah.
We've been speaking for a long period of time. We've all took our own narratives and put it into one conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like that. There is the times of your life which is best because you've spent time generally bonding.
Yeah.
Generally,
Yeah.
like I was saying, my brothers on road trips and stuff. Like that's a lot of good time that we're in road trip. Obviously, you're in the car for like fucking 9 hours, 10 hours a day. So you talk about random shit.
Random
But
shit.
that's the best.
But they're the best times, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like that.
And
There
as
is
soon
what
as
about
you-
your life's all
and
about.
as soon as you go out for that drink, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing because that's fun as well, but that's when the communication stops.
It's a
Yeah.
distraction.
Yeah, 100%.
But I love doing that, but at the same time, you can't be like if I truly had my last day, I wouldn't.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
if it was
Technology
truly my
is
last day,
ridiculous.
this is how I'd spend it right now.
That's
That's
Compliment.
awesome, isn't it?
Hey, thank you very much, man. That was awesome.
Yeah,
That's
man.
quality. Because
Yeah.
it's the truth, though.
Yeah.
You would.
No, that's
Like,
awesome.
you'd be happy doing what you're doing right
If,
now.
right now, if this was the last day, you know what I'm saying? Because
Of course, there's
well,
like,
you're not
oh,
gonna
you
rush
want
it.
to see your kids and you want to see your mum and your family,
But
your parents,
most
you know
of
what I
the
mean?
times though,
But right now, you can be happy with what you got.
most of the times though, yeah, when it's your last day, you don't know that's your last day.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
of
saying?
course.
So if this was the last day, we've talked about the kids. When we talk about the kids and our family, we've talked about our families, our moms. We've talked about, do you know what I mean? Throughout today, we've had a conversation about our kids, our families, our parents, and do you know what I'm saying? You had that video that you showed around the on. You seen or I saw how the future will be in terms of the kids and stuff like that. So they've been included in this day and in this conversation in a most positive manner.
How
You know
long
what I
have
mean?
I had that on my phone?
A long time, mate.
And it's like, and it's just keep seeing it every fucking day.
Every
and
day.
now I'm like only just sort of like realising the importance of it. But it's having that there. If I didn't have that there, I have ever
You need a reminder.
would I ever have realised, or would it be something that you just, do you know what I mean? That's why, like, in that what's it called, The Secret, it's like thoughts become things, and everyone loves that book because it's all
man.
about thoughts become things,
That book
and
there.
it is a good book. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's
So,
not, but there's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of
You know what that is? Let me tell you something about that book. Yeah, that book there. A long time ago, when I was back home, still living back home in Africa, in Botswana. My mom's best friend, which is the mother of Prince, a good proper, we like brothers, cousins, however. But that my mom and the thing is friends here. So the auntie bought him that book, The Secret. That was the first time I ever seen someone. It was his birthday. Bought a book. You know what I mean? Like, and the book was supposed to be like, "Hey, go help yourself" or something. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But with the problem with The Secret is, it makes it sound like all you have to do is imagine it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The structure behind it though is
The structure,
like
yeah.
to a degree is correct, but like I say, it lacks a certain
It lacks
principle
a
of
certain
action.
There's a book that it actually copies that was written before that book, and the book, I can't remember what it is.
I think The Secret was one of the first books of self-help.
Yeah, nah,
Like,
because there's
not-
no, I'm talking like old school, like when like there's actually, this is like that Stoicism, which was written like before the Bible. Yeah. Like this is before Christianity.
Before BC.
Yeah, this was before Christianity was like sort of like written into like. Do you know what I mean? It was around about that time
before Christ. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think it was
after Christ or before.
Because I don't think the Bible was written like the book that we read now, like that we read.